ahead and look at her and keep talking in the phone.
Okay.
And
Well,
turn your
another
head.
thing you can do is put this way. That way you, I mean, if you want to turn a little bit, that way you're turning. I gotta move this up. Mic.
If you talk to the side of the mic, you don't hear it.
And there's a bench right there. You can lay stuff right here if you need to. Counter thing.
This is not the
Yeah, you guys just played a song I've never heard before.
email.
Okay. Yeah, I wrote all that stuff down for you.
I thought I had for Art Tracy and Edith.
Country, C107.5 is KXKZ Ruston, West Monroe.
Did you read that story about the gator?
I started reading it. My dad actually took the magazine
read
away
it.
from me.
That's a good story. I read the whole book. Brandon, when he got in the bathtub, laid down, I read the whole darn book.
Well, actually, Ed said this is the best one we've had. It's been the first one that's had several papers.
Really?
Because Ed and Tracy usually have to pull money out of their pocket to have it published.
Did he hear the commercial?
I sent it to him.
What'd he say?
He liked it. He was right here.
And you'll see me do hand motions like when we go to break and stuff like that. And you'll see him point at me and me point at him. And this right here is what we run by. On the format.
We used to have a guy that did this part, and I didn't have to do this. I could send over this call.
Well, that's commercials.
Well, I mean,
That's our intro.
I have to run everything on the computer. So when we go to talking, and then we go on the air, I have to put us on air. Go to commercial break, I have to put us on commercial break. And then play all the segments and stuff. We used to have a guy who said and done this. He quit and went to Nashville. And so instead of hiring somebody else to do it, I said, I'll just run it myself and keep that money.
Okay, here we go.
107.5 with your hosts, Randy Watson and Todd Causey.
And welcome to Bayou Power Sports Southern Outdoors on Z 107.5. I'm your host, Brandy Watson, along with Todd Causey.
How y'all doing out there?
Hope everybody is bundled up and warm because it is so cold out there. But turn your radio dials up, download them Red Peach radio apps, or go to z1075fm.com and watch us on the World Wide Web, because do we have a show for you tonight? It is going to get serious up in here. We have a special guest, Gary Stillman from Tuskers Magazine. Gary, how are you doing?
Very fine, thank you.
And we also have the winner of the Big Buck contest, or the Buck contest tonight. We'll be giving that away in our show tonight. So turn them radio dials up, because you never know who's going to win. We've had tons and tons of pictures that we had to go through. Oh, I would say quite a few hundred, wouldn't you say, Todd?
At least a couple hundred.
So it's been, like we've been talking about, it's been a long, grueling process, but we have finally narrowed it down to the winner tonight, and it will be announced before the show is over. But right now, we're going to get with Gary from Tuskers Magazine and let you know a little bit about Tuskers Magazine and what they're all about. Now, Gary, tell us a little bit about Tuskers Magazine and how long the magazine's been in publication.
Tracy and Ed started back in 2013. Their first issue came out April of 2014, and or actually come out April 2013. They started in 2012, and the reason for them starting the magazine was there was no magazine out there for hog dogs or any. It was for steel hunting, bow hunting, and all other kind of hunting, but nothing for the dogs. And they had a passion for it, and that's how it became around.
Now, where is Tuskers Magazine actually out of?
It is out of Oklahoma. Tahlequah is where Ed lives, and that's where the magazine's published. I think I said that right. But Tracy has the store, Tusker store. Ed publishes the magazine, and then we have several people help us with ads and put it together.
And you're from actually in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Right, I'm from here.
And tell us a little bit about this Tusker store.
It has everything. It has a lot of the cut gear, medical gear, the leads, the collars, the GPSs, everything that you need for hog hunting.
Right, so I know that the February 2015 issue of Tuskers magazine has came out, and it has been the biggest one and the best one yet. So you definitely need to pick you up a copy of the Tuskers February 2015 20th anniversary issue of Uncle Earl's Hog Dog Trials. So tell us a little bit about this magazine and what all it's got in it.
We put our heads together and we talked about it. Since it's always been at Winfield, we felt like that Winfield should be represented in this magazine.
And that's
20th year.
Winfield, Louisiana.
And we found the first dog that won Uncle Earl's, and we have him on the front cover. And then
Now, who is that dog that we have on the front cover?
front cover is Duger Bottom Bubba. He started in Texas, ended up in Georgia, and had won several times at Uncle Earl's. He's in the museum at Winfield.
Yeah, the Winfield Political Museum. Excuse me. When you come into Winfield for the 20th annual Uncle Earl's Hog Dog Trials, if you want some more history on Uncle Earl's Hog Dog Trials and the history of Winfield, Louisiana, stop by the Winfield Political Museum and you can see, you know, like he said, you can see Bubba and all the information about the winners throughout Uncle Earl's for the past 20 years.
It's just been when I came aboard, it was just Ed and Tracy allowed me to do what I wanted to do, and being as I'm from Louisiana, it's a passion of mine. And so I made an appointment with Randy to go down there and meet the mayor, and he gave me the tour of the town, which, living here most of my life, I never realized what Winfield has other than just Uncle Earl's. So we had a lot of fun doing this one.
And I actually met Gary, a couple of weeks ago at the Mardi Gras Parade in Winfield. Uncle Earl's actually put a float in, the 20th annual Uncle Earl's. We want to thank Randa Connor and her whole crew for helping out with that. And the Uncle Earl's float won most creative. We actually had a live hog and live dog on there, you know, representing the youth bait. It was actually amazing. I think, you know, and I know you saw it, the kids pointing at the float going, oh, that's a real hog, that's a real hog. So, and we want to thank Mr. Claude, you know, because he always comes up with great ideas, and Rand and that whole crew. And it's been a real honor to be a part of the full bore production team this year, putting all this together.
The full bore production is really, they've opened up doors for us. I called Bill and I said, Tuskers wants to, this year, since it's 20th year, we want to make sure every youth goes in and not have to pay their entry fee. So Tuskers has challenged everybody out there to pay an entry fee, which is $50. I mean, you save $1 a day till Uncle Earl's and you've got $50.
Now, I want you to repeat that one more time. Everybody out there, listen up, because you're fixing to be challenged. You've already been challenged, and he's fixing to challenge you again.
Tuskers Magazine is challenging everyone out there to come and pay for a youth entry for Uncle Earl's. It's going to be Saturday. We understand that money's tight, and a lot of parents just don't have the money to do everything. So we're trying to eliminate this problem for them. And we've got several people that's already promised.
And we at Southern Outdoors and Full Bore Productions, we thank you. That is an amazing thing. We want to thank you, and we want to thank Tuskers Magazine for doing that and coming out and putting all that on. Now, how long? Oh, now you will be at Uncle Earl's this year, correct?
Yes.
And you were there last year, or Tuskers
Yes.
was there last year. So what was your experience like at Uncle Earl's?
It's always been wonderful. It's a family. It's the cook-offs and a lot of my old friends. I've got friends coming from Florida, from Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee. Everybody meets there. You know everybody's going to be there, and it's just like a family reunion.
Yeah, it's an amazing time at Uncle Earl at the 20th annual, or any Uncle Earl's, but this year will be the 20th annual Uncle Earl's Hog Dog Trials. But you've been listening to Bayou Power Sports Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. We're going to take you to your Nomi's Tech Tip, and when we get back, we'll have more with Gary from Tuskers Magazine. And when you just go through, and you can thank some of your sponsors in here. That's no problem. I mean, because we always want to thank our sponsors.
Most all these are in Newfield.
And that's fine.
We got a bunch of
And it's like some of the stories. And you can talk about just different stuff like this that's in the magazine, things that make people would want to pick, like I said, if they don't have the magazine, reasons that they would want to pick it up.
Yours is with an I. My
Sliming.
Everybody's out.
Everybody says because my Brandy Watson calls him. Well, they say how many times have I been called Brandy Watson?
Some basic crappie fishing
A
tips.
bunch.
Well, when she sent the paper for this,
Use the right fishing
it didn't
knot.
have your name up there.
If you're
And I'd already
fishing for
emailed it
crappie with a
to
jig,
Ian. I said,
you should use a loop knot.
it tells about her, but it
This
don't tell her
type of fishing
name.
knot will allow
So I
the
sent him a
jig to
message. I said,
move more freely when
Brandy
casting.
is the one in the second picture.
In
And
addition,
he said,
it provides
okay.
crappie with a slow movement that is very
It's different.
enticing
Like
and doesn't burden the
Mr. Claude, you
fish.
want to talk about Mr. Claude? That's fine.
The best live bait
I
setup.
think I always spelled his name wrong. That's
One of the best setups for
Claude.
crappie is to use a number 6 hook.
And just
a
different,
small
just
split
different
shot,
things, you
a
know.
live minnow,
Different
and slip
sponsors
bobber.
for our cut.
I
And
mean-
some of these people that are actually gonna be it, because I know he's gonna be there because I talked to him.
Yes, him and Kyle Lamb, Lucky 69 Hog Dogs, they paid for our sponsorship for the best of
Fishing
this.
the
They
right
paid
way.
for Tuskers. They went in.
Yeah, because I was handling that and I couldn't figure out because when I talked to them, they said they were in with Tuskers and I'm like, well, okay. Let me try to get this straight of who's paying for what, you know? And then me and Bill got together and tried and was like, so we're trying to figure out how to get all y'all on one banner. Because you know, you get a banner with it.
Right.
That's what we're trying to figure out how to divide it up and get it on the banner because I'm gonna be doing all the banners. So we gotta get all y'all's.
Well, I explained to them that we're going, the Tuskers will be the main deal, and hopefully they just have them on the side. And Kai, I called Kai, I said, look, I said, we don't have the money to sponsor a big event. I said, I want the best of best. I said, can you get a bunch of people up? I said, all of us pitch in.
If you're
Mr.
not
Gary,
getting any action,
I'll
and
get
you
it.
know crappie
It's
are in the
okay.
area,
He's a
try
country
slowing
boy,
down.
hunts every day. And
Use a topographical
he
map.
called me back, he said, I got it covered.
Since
2 or 3
depth
people
is
backed out on
trying
me.
to fish for crappie.
And I said, well, just let me know so I can make up the money.
Yeah, I remember having that conversation with you
Oh.
now. I talked to so many people, you know.
A
He
map
got
will
it
at least
done.
contain depths, and in
Yeah,
some
but make
cases,
sure, because that's what I told,
sunken structures
What are we
like
supposed
fish
to?
beds.
$1?
$2.
You don't need to pay for
$1,
these.
$2. I
There are
can't
tons
remember.
of
I
videos
have
available on
to
the internet.
between, because I'm a
And
county
this has
executive for
been
4
your
radio
Southern
stations, do
Outdoors
this and for
crappie
more,
fishing
so I have to.
10 seconds.
Now, back to the Bayou Power Sports Southern Outdoor Show on Z107.5. It's not just hunting, it's a way of life.
And welcome back to your crazy crew here at Southern Outdoors. I'm your host, Brandy Watson, along with Todd Causey and Mr. Gary Silman.
Slam.
Slimon. Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking, I was like, you know, you spelled my name wrong. He's like, well, you're saying mine wrong. So we're getting each other here. So, but anyway, don't forget, download the Red Peach Radio app and listen to us anywhere in the world, or go to z1075fm.com and watch us on the World Wide Web. So tell us a little bit more about what all we got in this magazine, because I see a name that I've heard quite a few times, and that's Southern Cross Cut Gear.
Yes, Dave and from Southern Cross, and Kai Lamb and his wife from Lucky 69 Hog Dogs. They have been wonderful to Tuskers. They've pitched in and helped us sponsor the best of best, and that was really exciting for me because Kai Lamb, he's just a good friend of mine, and he loves kids, and he'll be here Sunday, and it was just wonderful. The magazine's made for just good country fellas. That most of these guys, you put them in front of a TV and they wouldn't know what to do. They just hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the bay people, we have some great bay people out there, and we try to make it a mixture. And it's just one magazine you can't beat. I've never been a part of anything like it.
Yeah, and that's another thing. It's 100% hog dog magazine. No gun, no gun hunts, no trapping, no helicopters. It is a working man's magazine. This is for hog dog hunting. And anybody that has been hog dog hunting, like myself and Todd, we used to do it avidly. You're going to get your workout, is all I can tell you. You're going to get your
Very true.
workout.
We also offer any dog association a free egg. I know Louisiana's got an association, Arkansas has one, Texas has got one, Oklahoma's got one in the process. We offer them a free ad to get members for their group.
Oh, well, that's an amazing thing.
Yeah, Ed just, that's a passion of Ed, and my saying is a house divided cannot stand, which has been a saying for years, and it's true. If no matter what kind of hunting you do, if you don't stand together and keep your bond tight, you'll lose.
And that's one thing, you know, we've always said here on Southern Outdoors, it doesn't matter if you're hog hunters, deer hunters, duck hunters, fish, anybody in the outdoors, especially right now with everything going on with the dog hunting restrictions and trying to outlaw the running of dogs on different properties. We've got to come together as hunters. We've got to come together as sportsmen of the outdoors, and we've got to stick together. So, you know, for people like Tuskers and other, you know, hunting shows and stuff like that, you know, it's amazing working with other hunters and Tuskers magazines and different people to keep our heritage and our traditions alive.
We also offer, anybody can send in an article.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can send in pictures. It's open. We don't have a lot of big professional TV stars in here because we just want just a common old boy that,
Mm-hmm.
our girl that put something in here that's their experience. We have this year, or this month, we have the gator attack, which
So tell us a little bit about this gator attack.
Sean Green is from Florida. He wrote an article in the last magazine about Danny Meadows, which is a legend in his time. I mean, Danny's had some of the best bay dogs and hunting dogs around Florida. He wrote a story about being attacked by a gator while he was hunting, and hair on my neck stood up because I've always told all the guys that I hunted with, they said, we're going to cross this creek. I said, I'm not. And they said, why? I said, because I'm fatter than any of y'all, and the alligator can eat on me 3 days. You little skinny boys, they'll pass you up to get me. But it was a wonderful story. I mean, it was a scary story, but we have all kinds of good stories in here.
Yeah, and if you want to hear about this gator attack, you need to pick you up at the February edition of the Tuskers magazine.
That's right, and I've read the story, and it's an amazing story. Not only, you know, what happened to the guy while he was trying to, you know, retrieve the dogs in the hog, but the fact that his dog left the hog to save his life.
Yes, and he still has that dog.
That tells you when you have a bond with a dog, you know, which all dog hunters do, you know, have that type of bond with him. That dog will give his life to save yours. It is an amazing story. If you don't have a Tuckers magazine, you want to get one, just if it's not for nothing but that story.
Yeah, you can go to www.tuskersmagazinestore.com or mail your fee to 1800 North Lewis, Tuscaloosa. Help me say that because it's not
Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma. we rednecks. We redneck in these words tonight. We a little tongue tied.
We've always pulled toward youth. We have a good story about a girl in South Carolina, Miss Calloway. Her daddy's been in bay dog competition for years. We just had a wonderful outpouring of ads coming out of Winfield this time. I mean, everybody was open and said, whatever you need to do it. Here you go. And to me, it's a collector's item.
Yeah, and I have to say, I'm maybe bragging a little bit. God forgive me, but I'm proud to be a native of Wynn Parish because, you know, Winfield and Wynn Parish really come together and get behind Uncle Earl's and support this event. You know, it's the birthplace of 3 governors, and Uncle Earl's actually got started in memory of, you know, Earl K. Long. So,
I even went out and got a book and read about him to know all the details, and then went to Winfield and talked to Mr. Claude, and he knows more than the books do. And I spent, I'm telling how many hours just sitting listening to him, and I run out of tape on my tape player, and my pencil wouldn't write that fast, so Randy had to help me out on that. But he's just a very knowledgeable person.
And you know, you want to hear some of the best stories, and one of the founders of Uncle Earl's. When you're in Winfield, you need to go look up Mr. Claude O'Brien. He can tell you some of the best stories and how it all got started. And if you can't find him at 20th Annual Uncle Earl, I can promise you can find him at Embers Cafe downtown.
At the round table.
At the round table. But anyway, you've been listening to Bayou Power Sports Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. We're going to take you to your fishing report, and we'll be back with more after this.
When it comes to power sports, come to Northeast
So y'all already just,
Louisiana
like,
for a beer, power
uploaded,
sports
downloaded
destination.
that fishing report?
Bayou Power
You already have
Sports
all that in
on
place,
road.
just to,
Bayou
or does it
Power
come in and you
Sports
just,
motorcycles.
No, we do them. I do them at the office at my house.
Oh, okay.
Side-by-sides from
And
Honda,
we record them
Yamaha,
and
Polaris,
send them in
and
the station in
Sea-Doo, as well
Dropbox.
as Honda generators and Eaton scooters and
They put the little ad in front of it.
Oh, Dino Thornton still went like Southern Outdoors page, the old mayor from Winfield.
When I come in, that's what I was doing when I first came in.
okay,
And I come in and get everything lined up in order it's gonna be played. That way while I'm sitting here, I can have time to talk.
That's
And
right.
then all I gotta do is turn and click a button and go to the next thing, everything's in order.
So, okay,
So we had a guy who did this, he didn't have to do that. He could just get here, line everything up, just play it, flop it in there whenever he got ready, 'cause that's all he did. He didn't talk,
Southern Outdoors
he
Fishing
just paid
Board.
attention to this.
Caney Lake,
So it's,
there's some evidence this week that the
It's
fish
a-
are starting to
it's
think
it's a
shallow
process.
water. As some
Appreciate you chiming in, but I forgot about that dog leaving. And Sean said he swimming over
yeah,
there.
it was a great story. I mean, I read the whole book. Randy went down the bathroom. I said, "What's that Tusker magazine?"
Well, I started trying to read the whole book when my mom was having her surgery. At the,
I'm so sorry I called and texted you that day.
Oh, no, that's okay. Well, then the next time you text me, Grandma died.
Lake Cleveland,
I've just been a week. Mama had surgery Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I was dealing with that, and my grandma died Friday 13th. We had visitation Saturday, and we had the funeral Sunday.
last week.
creeks,
Mhm.
on Yo-Yo,
All in one week.
paved with shiners.
It's been rough. But
Indicating that now
what I was saying is, I was sitting in the waiting room while she was having
Chronicler
surgery.
hitting shiners.
Well, Daddy had one, and I had one. I'd have done read it, so I'm reading it. Well, next thing I know, there's these gentlemen over there from Shreveport. They got the magazine and started reading it. Then this guy from Gina, that was Gina. They got the magazine started. So I was like, wait, I got some more. And Daddy's like, they took my magazine. I said, wait, I got some more in the truck. So I got like 2 left now.
I got some
And
more.
this guy's like, well, can I said, you can have it. He's like, I'm gonna order this issue. I like this magazine. And Daddy's like, we got my magazine. Okay, Daddy, I'll get you another magazine.
I just sent a message to a friend of mine to listen. So how does she find? She's in Arkansas, Northwest.
Download the Red Peach
She
Radio
had an
app.
iPhone or an Android.
Download the Red Peach Radio app.
Red Beach Radio app. Okay.
And it's free. And when she downloads it, it'll say Z107, the Peach, and ESPN. Just click Z107.
It had 4 radio
Back to the
stations
Bayou
listed,
Power
top
Sports
stations.
Southern
on it.
Outdoor Show on
That's the one where-
Z107.5. It's not just hunting, it's a way of life.
And welcome back to your crazy crew here at Southern Outdoors. We've got a listener in Michigan who just sent in and said, what did he say? Hold on, I'm trying my phone over here. Amazing. I'm listening to Z107.5 right now. My son got it downloaded on my app, on my iPhone. So we're listening to Southern Outdoors. We love y'all and congratulations from cold Michigan. So we want to thank our listeners out there in Michigan tonight and thank y'all for being here with us. And Gary's going to tell us a little bit more about Tusker's magazine.
We can do any kind of ad anybody wants. We have a guy that Mike from Mississippi or South Pearl River, Louisiana, but he's got a big hunt coming up in Mississippi. Hardcore hog dogs. Him and his wife are faithful Tunk Earls, and they're faithful to us. And he has everything you need to. We're not partial to anyone. Anybody that wants to put in cut gear, clothing, any type of ads, and that's how we pay for the magazine. It's strictly our ads pay for the magazine. This book is the service. Actually, it belongs to the people.
Mm-hmm.
We've always told everybody that it's your book. You tell us what you want. We do get a lot of pictures sent in, and people say, "Well, my picture didn't get in there." But when you get 1,000 pictures in one week and 1,000 the next, it takes some time.
You have
go
to
through.
narrow them
Yeah.
down, just like here on Southern Outdoors.
Yeah,
you have to, be selective.
And it's not we're ignoring any story or anything. It's just, and I've told everybody, I said, if you're going to email it to Ed or Tracy, email it to me too, so we can all have it. And all our email address is in there, and it's just made for the people. Whatever they want, that's what we're going to give them.
All right. Now, if somebody wanted to pick up a copy of Tusker's magazine, tell them again how they could go about getting that.
They can go to the address for
www.tuskersmagazinestore.com.
And then they can. It's 1800 Tahlequah.
Yeah, I got 1800
Yeah.
North Louis. Yeah.
1800 North Louis. Supposed to be Tahlequah, but Tusker. Let's see. Here it is, right there.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It's 28281 Phoenix Avenue, Tahlequah, Oklahoma 74464, and that's the publishing company. So.
And we'll actually get that up on the Southern Outdoors Radio Facebook page for you, so you'll know where to send your money to get you the edition of Tusker's magazine.
And it's bi-monthly. I know a lot of people have said, when's my magazine coming in? But it's bi-monthly, and it's $25 a year.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat that. $25 a year for bi-monthly. I mean, an amazing magazine. So tell us a little bit more about what's in the February issue.
We have a story on feral hogs, wrote by Jerry Sullivan. He's in Arkansas. We had the gator hunt. Then we got one by Stewart. I'm not sure. I think he's out of Texas. Hog hunting. We have a lady in Texas that she's a vet tech, and she takes any kind of problem somebody calls in about worms or about sores or anything, and she'll do an article on it. So it's a lot of information.
And you have a little bit of history of the city of Winfield.
Yes, that was really important this time because we just wanted to let the city of Winfield know how much we appreciated the town, because it's a big deal for that town. It's just
It's huge.
Yeah, Uncle Earl's is the Super Bowl of hog band.
right.
And like Brandon was saying, the town comes together, and with the hog statue contest, and I mean it's just amazing to drive through there, on a daily basis when it's getting time for Uncle Earl's, and see all the ceramic hogs or concrete hogs with their Superman outfit on or whatever it is, and you always look for the most unique one. So the whole town comes together, all the businesses, they all come together, and help the town make Uncle Earl's successful.
You won't find another town in any state that backs up something like this. And you won't find another magazine that's strictly 100% hog dogs, as Tuskers, that's wanting them to feel appreciated and know that we're there too.
Well, I can guarantee the citizens and the good folks in Winfield thoroughly appreciate it. Being a native, I can say that, we love Uncle Earl's Hog Dog Trials, and we love the fact that y'all are a part of it. So we want to thank you so much for that.
Like Brandon said, I've read the February issue that's dedicated to Uncle Earl's. I've read the whole magazine, and trust me, it's a magazine. If you pick it up and you are a hog hunter or a hog bear, you start reading it, you will not put it down until you get to the back of it, because it's in every article, keeps your attention. How many hog hunts has people been on? Thousands, millions of hog hunts. A lot of the hog hunt stories are the same thing. How many times you've been hog hunting and the exact same thing happened today that happened yesterday. But every article in there is different and unique, and something that's abnormal. It don't happen all the time. It's rare. Every article's great. I mean, it's a great magazine.
And definitely, if you've got an article that you want to send to Tuskers, give them a call. Send your article to Tuskers Magazine. Who knows? You might be coming out in the 80s that come out in April. The April issue or one of the upcoming issues. You never know. So,
It'll be out in June.
June.
June's the next one. We have two big Bay Pens support us during the year, is Jake Decato in Texas, East Texas Bay, and then Mark Bannister in Hartwell, Georgia, Hickory Crossing. We've got more coming in, and we also it's just something that we want the people to know that whatever they want us to do with the magazine, we're available.
Yeah, and that's it's an honor sitting here talking to Gary from Tuskers, because it makes me actually realize, as we're sitting here talking, when we came out with Southern Outdoors, we said, Southern Outdoors isn't just about Todd and myself. It's to give the people out there a chance for everyone to hear your stories, for you to tell us what you want to hear. And it's so nice and refreshing to hear Tuskers sit there and say, it's about the people. It's about what y'all want. If y'all have a question, or if y'all want y'all's article, in Tuskers, it's so nice to be able to actually work with somebody that is actually working for the people. It's the People's Magazine, just like Southern Outdoors is the listener's show. If you have something you want to hear or something you want to know, contact one of us. We'll do our best to find it out for you.
And once you contact us, and we're not partial to any breed of dog. If you have a poodle that hunts hogs, that's fine. Send the pictures in, tell us a story. A good friend of mine, Ronald Garrett, we did a story on him about the earless boar, and it blows you away. At Hickory Crossing's last results, the kid that's in these pictures, or the young fella right there, Matt Lee out of Alabama, he got started because I gave him a puppy years ago. Him and my son, we traveled NALC and done everything, and they both won a belt buckle in a year's time. And me and Mr. Lee, we was tired after working, but we hauled them all over the state just to.
And that's what it's about right there, the heritage and the family of hog hunting, and they're right there.
and his two girls are doing it today.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's what it's about right there. And you've been listening to Bayou Power Sports Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. We're going to take you to break, and we'll be back after this. Where are we at? We're at Tusker's
Know
break.
about hog dog?
Let's
Get
listen to
Tusker
commercial.
Magazine. 100% hog dog. No gun hunts, no trapping, no helicopter.
Okay, we're a few
Dogs
minutes
only.
behind.
Tuskers Magazine's a working man magazine. All articles written by everyday average hog hunters, not
Production
celebrities.
team a little bit.
Not much.
Future of hog hunting
Fine.
with dogs.
We'll wrap it up
Subscriptions
yet.
available
Oh,
at
you have recipes. You have recipes every week in there?
Tuskers.com.
yes, we've asked for
Okay.
recipes every
Yeah, we have recipe of the week too. We have recipe and we have Bible verse. There's two things I told them. I said, well, y'all have a recipe. Y'all come my Bible verse this week. So
Good.
I stood by that.
Bi-monthly and subscriptions just $25 a year. When it comes
I fought
to
for that.
sports,
That's like my Bible verse.
Louisiana's
Yay.
premier power sports destination, Bayou Power Sports Monroe.
Am I in this thing I don't want to be?
Series motorcycles,
You see your finger pointed at the camera, so
ATVs,
Okay.
side-by-side
Well, when I turn around, I can say,
well, I
yeah.
see you can see yourself when you turn around.
Whatever you can see on that screen is what you can see.
They can hear what you're saying too.
Right now?
Yeah. Everybody on the yes, they can. Watch them things behind you. The little knobs.
Northeast
But-
Louisiana's premier
So what's that?
power sports destination, Bayou Power Sports.
We didn't know that until I was sick one day and I had Todd and a guest in here doing the show, so I had to.
Now, back to the Bayou Power Sports Southern Outdoor Show on Z107.5. It's not just hunting, it's a way of life.
And welcome back to Bayou Power Sports Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. Don't forget, download the Red Peach Radio app free on your Android or iPhone and listen to us anywhere in the world. Or go to Z1075FM.com and watch us anywhere in the world. Now, we're going to get back with Gary real quick before we move on to the buck contest. And let Gary tell you a little bit more about what's in the magazine and then again how to get the magazine.
We also, this time in this issue, the 20th anniversary, we have an article on Mr. Bill Huff, Miss Brandy Watson, Kelly Lee, and Randy Connor. Y'all are the board of
We're the full board production team.
Right. And we got a little bit about y'all because we do appreciate y'all. We
Well,
appreciate
thank you.
y'all letting us
Thank
do
you.
this, and it's an honor to be here. Litton Mortgage out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Her daddy is a lot of the reason I love dogs. When I was a kid, he took me to Pleasant Hill, Louisiana, and we hunted. Well, we didn't hunt. We just watched the coon fox dogs run across the road, and all them old guys sit around. They could tell you which dog was running, which one, and I couldn't tell you nothing about them. But her dad and my dad were best friends, and now she owns Litton Mortgage, and she bought an ad. I mean, I go in there and say, "Can you buy it?" She, put me up, brother. So we just Sports Mix. They have supported us very much. Randy, he's out of Texas. I called him. I said, "Do you want to put an ad?" "Yep, for a year." So, and I use Sports Mix food, so I'm kind of partial to that. And I have Catahoula's and Black Mount Curs. Not that they're the best, but that's my breed of choice.
Well, that's what we have.
But we just Pete Patch Catahoula's out of Kentucky. I guess the greatest article in here is Mr. Claude O'Brien. The article on him is just amazing. He got to know and be around Uncle Earl, so he can tell you stories that just blows your mind, really. And it's just, and he is one fella that has kept the heritage rock solid. It's just a lot of people want to fight and fuss and with the politicians and stuff like that want to do this. He just went down there and knew what to do to get them to say, hey, this is a good deal. This is a family organization. It's just good family base, and it's our heritage.
Exactly.
And that's a big deal to me. I want my grandkids to be able to hunt their dogs and build a friendship with their dog. And there's nothing better than a kid being in the woods instead of on the computers and staying inside watching TV. I mean,
Yeah, you're talking about that. I seen an article, I believe it was on Facebook, but it basically said it's got a picture of a kid in the outdoors, and it looks like him and his dad, his little boy and his dad, and the caption says, a kid never remembers his greatest day watching TV,
right.
but he always remembers his greatest day in the outdoors. You know?
First time my kids ran at Uncle Earl's, my daughter and my son both did it. I get nervous and my stomach goes to quivering, but them kids, they just loved it. And the greatest compliment I ever had was when they got through. People was talking to my son. They got tickled watching him hoop and holler at his old dog. Matter of fact, was a grandson of the dog on the front cover, Bubba, and his name was Bubba Gump. And we lived in Alabama at the time, and they told me that they'd never been around a kid that was so respectful to their elders, and that was worth everything.
Mm-hmm. And that's, you know, we can't stress that enough. You know, hunting and the tradition of hog hunting and the tradition of Uncle Earl's, and you know, Mr. Claude doing everything he has done and the knowledge he has and the experience that he has. Just sitting and listening to him. I mean, Mr. Claude, from me personally, Brandy, I want to thank you for all you've done for Winfield. And from Southern Outdoors, we want to thank you. And I know Tuskers wants to thank you. Mr. Claude, we love you, and you do an awesome job, and we always love to sit around and hear your stories.
Yeah, if you're at Uncle Earl's this year, I promise you'll see Mr. Claude riding around on his golf cart, patrolling the grounds and just talking to the hog hunting family. And so if you want to hear a story, just stop him and ask him, but he'll be glad to tell you.
And then Saturdays, my favorite day. Well, I guess it's my second favorite day.
Youth Bank.
It just overwhelms my heart to see kids get out there with their dogs, and they're really not out. Some of them could care less about winning. They're just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday, a personal friend of mine does a church service. Benji Rain from Leander, Louisiana, or Hineston. He does a whip ministry. He's going to be there for the second time this year. He takes a whip and explains the different colors in the whip and just overwhelms you. We all have our problems in our life and our families, but it's just good to know you can go to somebody and, hey, just pray for me. I got a situation.
Mm-hmm.
We're just a family.
Exactly. You're exactly right. And you've been listening to Bayou Power Sports Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. We're going to take you to your needle archery talk, and we'll be back with more after this.
On the Southern
Oh,
Outdoors Show,
good.
it's time now for your archery talk.
All right, we got about 4 minutes
Beulah is
now.
Northeast Louisiana Archery
Got 4 minutes
Association
ahead or 4 minutes
3D
behind?
archery
No, we got about 4 minutes.
With 4 ranges in
Archery talk's
North
about 4 minutes long.
Bastrop,
So what is the website
Savoy,
again?
Okaloosa,
Z,
Archery for all ages in
www.z1075, no dot,
School,
1075fm.com.
We have a class to suit you. For more information, including 2015 schedule, rules, classes, directions, and contact numbers, go to our website.
Yeah, I didn't realize when until I was out sick, I was laying on the couch and I was listening to him to make sure, because I always, cue everybody.
We hope to see you.
And
Welcome to Southern Outdoors
I didn't realize until they were here
Sports
talking. I'm like, he's like, yeah. She keeps sending me text messages, make sure I'm doing my job right. And I text back, I heard that.
I mean, it's
And he said, what? I said, I heard that. You was sleeping on the couch
when she's
tonight.
out, it's difficult to coordinate
And
and
112 shooters
stay on top of this
from
part.
good old 3D
Plus be the main one talking.
Here's how they stacked
I
up.
bet.
Bring you in, take you out, and because
Nathan
normally
Wright,
when they come back from break,
first. Atlanta
she
Smith,
already makes sure it's talking. So I get set for the next break. Then I can turn around and
154
talk.
for third.
And then when it's time to go to break, all I do is turn and click the button.
Cooper Mims with a 204 for first.
How many minutes do we have?
Kyle Belmont with a 187 for second.
Okay, when we come back
Jackson
from
Lowry
this,
with a 169
I'm
for
gonna
third.
say, let you give the
Mike Simmons with a
website again
194 for
to
first.
get to order the magazine and tell you how much it costs a
173
year.
for second.
Then I'm gonna go to Southern Outdoors Bible verse, and when we come back, I'm gonna go
Additional
into the
class,
book contest.
David Taylor, 174
When
for
she's
first.
out and I have to run
Randy
both
Ludlow,
do
152
this
for second.
and
And Billy Dodd,
Jackson's
Multitask.
talking, I have a guest on, and then at the same time, she's sending me texts. Do this.
Second. And Russell Hill with a 148.
See, you take the woman out of the equation, y'all just.
Youth women.
Are y'all doing
So
it?
if I took the woman out of the
We've
equation
been
in that
together 8
situation,
years.
she would text me,
We've
I'd
been
be
married.
fine.
Well, in April will be 2 years.
Worthy with
We've been married.
200 for
We're
first.
going on our 3rd year.
Seconds with a 190.
Because we're gonna have
Women's
to
open
get each
class.
other. We got a
Nikki
break.
Hall
Get a
with
people
190
watch them
for
for
Your
second.
dog.
Karen Sims
She's
with
in the truck.
173
That's
for
what I told you,
third.
you could
I
bring
thought
them
she
in.
wrote, I thought she ran her in.
Devin Rowland with a
Oh,
194
this
for first.
room has seen many
Logan
dogs.
Hagler with 189 for second.
Yeah.
And Riley
There might be some
Manor
pictures of
with a
some of them
184
in
ran
here.
in third. Bowhunter
Both
class.
of those dogs has been in
Mark
here.
Rogers with 190 from first.
There's the
Greg
dogs.
Arnold
Bud Light's been in here.
Jamie Johnson.
Yeah,
with
Bud Light,
178,
Renee had Bud Light.
Bringing in third. Bowhunter Outlaw.
There's nothing come through and say dog run through the radio
Kevin
station.
Carlisle with 181 for first.
Janet's listening. She said you're doing good.
177 for second.
She got it loaded?
With
She does.
175 for third.
Yeah, I just gave her the website too,
Senior
so she's
open
probably
class.
checking on that too.
Don James with 197 for first. Marcel Ronquillo
Now,
with
on y'all's,
179 for second.
Tuskers
And Kenny
Magazine, I know
Ambrose
y'all
with a
got
174,
some likes on
bringing in
y'all's
third.
page. How did y'all, who runs your Facebook page?
Open class,
Tracy,
Lincoln Hall,
you or-
192 for first.
We all three do.
Jonathan Wright,
We're all
Because that's what I was
Instagram.
trying to get, like,
And Lance
like we
Simmons
want to get our likes
with a
up, so I thought
177,
that I
bringing
was
in
need you to
third.
share our page on your page.
In the
And to
noble
get like
class,
your
Cody
friends,
Cranford with
like I was gonna
218
get you
for
to share
first.
the Tuskers page and
Tim
get your
Moore
friends
with
and your
212
friends
for
to like
second.
our page.
And
Right.
Kendall
That's what
Straisner
we're trying to do it
with
without buying.
bringing up
'Cause I just
third.
don't feel like buying.
Pro
it,
class,
you know what I'm saying?
Richard
You'll have
Freeman with a 202 for first.
Show me how to do that, because I do everything on my phone to put your page on
And Keith
Tuskers
Pilots
page.
with a
You know how to do
187,
that?
bringing in
I
third.
don't think you can from the phone.
Pro money
I
class.
think you
I
can
can share
share.
them.
Daniel
I can, well, I can share it on mine,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I can
This
put it
country-
on
See, but I
Tuskers as
think
a
once
ministry.
you, no, but if you get it on your page,
Yeah.
and you're administrator on Tuskers, then you can get it from your page to administrator page.
So y'all
Think
come on
so,
out
too.
and see what all
Yeah.
the fuss is
Because I saw
about.
it on your page right there.
10 seconds.
Now, back to the Bayou Power Sports Southern Outdoor Show on Z107.5. It's not just hunting, it's a way of life.
And welcome back to Bayou Power Sports Southern Outdoors on Z1075. Don't forget, you can listen to us anywhere in the world. We even had listeners from Michigan. We got listeners in Arkansas, California, all the way to North Carolina. So don't forget, download that Red Peach Radio app on your Android or iPhone and listen to us anywhere in the world, or go to Z1075FM.com. Now we're going to get back with Gary, and Gary's going to tell you how to order the edition of Tuskers Magazine.
You can go to www.tuskersmagazinestore.com, or you can send your money to 281 Phoenix Avenue, Tahlequah, Oklahoma 74464.
And we'll also put all that up on the Southern Outdoors page, so you'll have it right there at your fingertips. So go to Southern Outdoors Radio and like our page, and we're going to take you to the Southern Outdoors Bible verse. And when we come back, we'll have the book contest for you. I did Romans this week.
Are y'all Southern Outdoors Radio, Southern Outdoors?
Southern Outdoors Radio.
Okay, I think I already liked it. Yes, I did.
If you share your page to my friend, go like this page. Katie and I did that for us, and we were like, I was like, so like,
On the
how did you
Southern
do that?
Outdoor Show.
He shares Terry.
Oh, your Southern
Good friend of
Outdoors
Terry Bradshaw,
followers
and
for
he
this
shares a
week.
lot of
We
Terry's
go to
stuff too.
Romans,
He gets people to
chapter
like
12,
his page. That's the
verse
same way you
9
do
through
theirs.
verse 13.
Okay.
Love must
They
be
make
sincere.
Facebook so difficult.
Hate what is
Yeah.
evil
But just about
every
time
time
you get used to something,
Yeah,
they'll
they change it.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's so
Be
difficult
devoted
because
to
you know
one
you
another
think
in brotherly
everybody that
love.
likes Southern
Honor
Outdoors
one
page
another
gets to see every
above
post.
yourselves. Never be
That's not the
lacking in
case.
zeal, but keep your
You
spiritual
think when you
fervor,
share it with your friends, all your
serving
friends
the
get to
Lord,
see it. I mean, even on your
joyful
personal
in
page,
hope,
when you post something,
patient
all your
in
friends don't
affliction.
see it.
You say see it more
It
for
goes,
your
it
picture
goes
with
to
it.
certain.
Or
They pick who
that.
it goes to.
People who
They
are in need,
they've made it to where they want you to pay
hospitality.
Yes.
to
And
get
this
your
has been
your
Romans
message out there,
Chapter 12,
to get your
verse
likes up or
9
whatever.
through 13.
Right.
God bless.
Now,
If it
back
wasn't
to
for-
the
if it
Bayou
wasn't for
Power
Southern
Sports
Outdoors,
Southern Outdoor
I would
Show
give her a Facebook
on
page.
Z107.5.
You get
I mean,
sick
Tusker,
of
I've been
it.
saying
It's a
that.
way of life.
And welcome back to your crazy crew here at Southern Outdoors. Are y'all ready? All of them people out there that sent all them pictures in of them bucks that we had to go through weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Thank you. Thank you for sending all your pictures in to Southern Outdoors, because there were some nice bucks killed. So turn up the radio and listen up. We've had more pictures and stories this year than ever before. We want to thank all of our fans and sponsors for making all of this possible. The rules for this contest are and was as follows. The contest must be of a buck killed this year, the 2014-2015 hunting season. It must be taken by legal means in the area that you're hunting. Since we can't actually measure the deer, the determining factor is the story as well as the picture and the size of the deer. It does not matter how young or how old you are. The pictures are then narrowed down between likes, shares, stories, posts, and are chosen, and we're choose from these. We're here at Southern Outdoors, as well as the manager of the radio station, Gary McKinney, we make this long process and we narrow it down, look over, we research and look over again, and then we make our final decision from that. If we find any forms of cheating, altering of pictures, or any fraud of any kind of picture, your picture will be thrown out of the contest and be null and void. We would like again to thank everyone for sending their pictures in for the Big Buck contest this year. We also want to congratulate everyone that killed their first buck this year.
That's right, Brandon. We had a lot of pictures sent in of people who killed their first deer or their first buck. One here is Casey Allen. She got her first buck while running dogs. This is an interesting story. Melvin Pluchet got his first buck ever while hunting with his brother, Waylon Pluchet. Melvin had never been hunting before and had a brother's hunt planned that was on his bucket list. It was one of his bucket list items to take care of before his time. It was to kill a deer and to hunt with his brother, and they did, and he killed his first buck, which was a very nice 8-point. And now
that you said that was actually on his bucket list, on Melvin's bucket list.
That's exactly what I just said. It was on his bucket list, and very nice guy. It tickled me. We was sitting at the camp. This guy's actually in our hunting club. We was at the camp talking about this, and I said, "So you actually I said, have you ever hunted before?" And he said, "No, I've never hunted before." He said, "But it is on my bucket list. That's what I want to do. I want to kill a deer before, my time." He said, because both his brothers hunt, and so he come up and hunted with his brother. His brother was kind enough to let him have his stand and hunt his stand, and sure enough, he got him a very nice 8-point.
And now he's addicted. He's coming back next year and joining the club, buying all sorts of hunting stuff. So he's addicted now. He's got buck fever. But the winner of Southern Outdoors Buck Contest will win. Listen up. The winner of the Southern Outdoors Buck Contest will win camo backpack, a camo Real Tree t-shirt, Real Tree camo hat, hunting knives, courtesy of Premier Archery and Outdoor Sports, a gift certificate, courtesy of Nichols and Winfield, a 1-week pass to the 20th annual Uncle Earl's Hog Dog Trials in Winfield. That's March the 25th through the 29th. This is valued at $100, courtesy of Full Board Productions. This gets you in every day, any day you want to come. If you can't come every day, then you can leave and come back the next day. It also gets you into the concerts and everything that Uncle Earl's has to offer. You'll also receive Southern Outdoors apparel, a Maristep ground blinds with chairs, a game camera. And Gary here at Tuskers was nice enough, and one of our great sponsors, threw in a 1-year free subscription to Tuskers magazine.
Wow, what a gift pack.
What a gift pack. So, our winner of the 2014-2015 Southern Outdoors Buck Contest goes to, drum roll please, Kylie Lassion from Grant Parish. That is Kylie Lassion. The story was sent in by her dad, Dustin Lassion. This is the story. It says, "I'm gone a lot because of my job and miss most birthdays and summers with the girls. So when I had the chance to take her, I would have not missed it for anything in the world. Some things are worth missing a few days of school. I come every year to Nebraska for the last 10 years. It's a 13.5-hour drive. I came up October the 31st and hunted till 11/12/14. Drove home on Wednesday and got her, and she and I drove back all day and night Friday, and got here in time to make a hunt opening day of gun season. She killed it at 11/15/2014 at 8:15. Shot with her 7mm 08 she got for her birthday in July. The deer scored 140. It was a 12-point and 260 pounds. She shot it about 75 yards and it ran 80 yards. This is on Saturday, y'all. You ready for Sunday? Sunday, she set in a ground blind and a 10-point came out at 4 p.m. She pulled her trigger on her gun and it clicked. She forgot to load it when she got in the stand. But she reloaded, she put one in and killed the 10-point about 140 yards. It failed right there. Both shots were perfectly placed behind the shoulder blade. So good gun for youngins. The story didn't end there though. She turned around over the next few days and she filled her doe tags. So this little girl had an amazing trip. with her dad, first trip ever. She got a 12-point, a 10-point, and filled her dough tags. Now, if you also remember correctly, Kaylee Slay, her sister, earlier in this year, got her first dough. So y'all need to keep an eye on these girls because they're racking up and they're going to be something to behold. So we want to say congratulations to Kylie for winning the 2014-2015 Southern Outdoors Buck Contest. You go, girl.
Great job.
Yeah, well, it was. It's amazing story with her dad driving back from Nebraska, picking her up and driving back overnight, you know, and her getting to, I mean, it made that long drive just worthwhile, just her being able to not only kill a deer, but take 2 awesome bucks along with, you know, a few does to fill her doe tag. So amazing story and a great job by her.
Yeah, and her picture will be up on the Southern Outdoors page tonight along with her story. It's actually on the Southern Outdoors page. You can go to photos and go back, scroll through all the pictures and look, but we'll actually have her picture up tonight. And also, Kylie Lassion will actually be coming on the show with us, and you can hear her story and have questions for her on the show. I may have to get some deer tips from her, deer hunting tips from her, because she did a whole lot better than I did this last
She done
year.
better than both of us did last year together. Add it up.
Well, we want to say congratulations to Kylie again. But you've been listening to Bayou Power Sports Southern Outdoors on Z107.5. We're going to take you to your B&L Marine outdoor calendar and then your Riverside Coney Island recipe of the week.
Comes to Power Sports. Louisiana's premier power sports destination.
When you're looking at that and you're trying to read it, and your eyes start pulsing, and you're like, because you want to take a breath and you're like, okay, let's stick with the page.
And I'm sorry, I downloaded that app and started. And that's what started. The radio station. I mean, you're talking.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I have it on where it won't ring.
Yeah, but if you download the app, it'll start.
It did. Did it. I was panicking.
And then I was kind of like, there's some young, I was like,
I'm so sorry.
On the Southern Outdoors Show, it's time now for your outdoor
You gonna
events
do the rest of the
calendar.
week too?
Brought to you by
yeah, because we're running out of time.
Ready to hit the water? B&L Marine is the new Crestliner boat dealer in town.
Yeah, it does.
Come check
Yes.
out all the new
That's why you
Crestliner
said, when I said the night, you said, well, what about, because you have so much information to cover, and you said your phone interview, and I thought, we'll never get all in
service
there.
on most tickets.
And that's why I said, you know, if you want to, well, we've been talking about it.
B&L Marine is the home of the best aluminum boats in Northeast
Well, it's an honor
Louisiana.
having y'all. Thank you
B&L
so
Marine.
much.
Check them out on Facebook or stop by 110 Old Bastrop Road, Monroe.
Welcome to Southern Outdoors event calendar brought to you by B&L Marine. Quail, rabbit, and squirrel season will continue till February 28, 2015. Hope you got your freezer full this year. The Neyland 3D Archery Tournament schedule has been set, and here are the dates for February. February 21st.
So you hauled one or you bag?
February
I did both
28th
till,
is a
I
holiday
didn't
for
see
Neyland,
it.
but Two Palm 3D Archery and Washita Parish Sheriff's Range will team up
We used to bag a lot when her dad had
for
vape
spring
pen.
team
We
archery
hit all
series
vape
shoot with 4-man teams
vape
and
pens in the
5
surrounding
events.
area.
We will have each
I say
event
in about
day
2
here
hours.
on the outdoor calendar.
Since they moved, and you
March
don't have
7th will
vape
be
pen no
Center Point
more.
Bowman. If you have an
Always
event
had
you'd
like
like
the
to
same
add
time I
to
was
the
getting rid of
outdoor
dogs, I
calendar,
had
you can
vape dogs and
contact us by
dogs.
Facebook message
And we
at
hadn't
Southern
made
Outdoors
vape
Radio
pen in a long
Facebook
time.
page
They
or
got
email
two
us
new
at
ones supposed to be coming up from Mississippi.
southernoutdoorsradio@yahoo.com.
They got one not
On
too
the
far from
Southern
here.
Outdoors Show, it's time for the recipe of the week. Brought to you by
Bunch of-
Riverside, Coney Island. The crawfish are back
You don't have
at Riverside, Coney Island in Monroe.
Yeah, we
Riverside, Coney Island is open daily
We had
from
that
11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
vape pen
and
practice
also
the
has
other night.
soft shell crab,
We
crab
practiced
legs,
every-
jumbo shrimp, grilled oysters, and daily lunch specials.
Sunday night,
Thursday
Wednesday
night,
night,
come
Friday
hear the
night.
Tommy Jackson Band live.
I
Friday
practiced
night, it's
with
the
three
Cover
o'clock,
Trio.
Billy Pigs,
Saturday,
and
it's Bristol and the
kill 'em.
Zydeco Foot
You know,
Stompers. And
take my
Sunday,
dogs, most of them
karaoke
jerk
with Frankie
on
B.
the older dog. I take them
Riverside,
in there.
Coney Island
I
in
sit on the
Monroe.
stool and let them bait for a little while,
Down
call them off.
special.
and rock
On
back
your
to their
Southern
pen.
Outdoors
That's
recipe
what I
for
like to
this
do right
week,
now.
we have
Yeah.
I did a
smoked
bunch
and
when my kids were.
spicy pork loin.
Oh, that is.
You need a half a
And my
quart
son
of
used to have
fajita
some big dogs.
seasoning, brown sugar,
I said, I had some and said it was
orange
his. He didn't
zest,
pay for them, he didn't
1
feed them, he
teaspoon of
didn't
Worcestershire
clean the
sauce,
crap up out of the
and
pens or nothing,
raspberry
you know.
chipotle sauce.
Him and his
Mix
girlfriend at
fajita
the time,
seasoning,
that's how I
brown
wanted to get my
sugar,
fingers bit
and
off by
zest
hole.
of 1 orange
They were in the pen
in a
baying
food
some of her dogs.
processor.
And
Rub entire pork loin with the rub.
get them 2 fingers off. I was in
Cook
the
on
hospital
directed
7 days.
heat using pecan wood. Chips
Well,
in
we
a
had
tin
Southern Outdoors in
full
the hall.
pouch
We was in
are
a
fine
Smartest
as
Hall
well.
competition.
Cook this
last
for about
year,
30
and we
minutes
wound up winning
per
the
each
biggest
side.
score.
Remove
Called
from the
a
heat
200
and place on a double layer
97
of
pound
aluminum
bar.
foil. Add the Worcester sour
won that.
sauce and wrap
We sponsored
tightly.
it. One of my buddies at home,
Return
I
to
said-
indirect
he
heat
called me
for
one day,
2
I said,
hours.
yeah, I'll
Remove
do
from
it.
heat and allow to
Got a
rest
phone
for
here, I
20
told
to
about
30
about
minutes.
sponsoring the whole team.
Then slice
Then
or
we wound up
cool.
sponsoring the whole team
Serve
again.
with a raspberry chalupa sauce.
It was fun.
And this has been
But I
your
wouldn't want a belt buckle bad.
so good.
Didn't get a belt buckle.
Southern
Got
Outdoors.
Big
trophy in
Mississippi's
Recipe
supposed to be
of the
big
week.
coming up.
100 years. I wanted a belt buckle.
Now, back to the
Big old
Bayou
39
Power
belt
Sports
buckle. I
Southern
wanted one
Outdoor
bad.
Show on Z107.5.
Didn't get one.
It's not just hunting, it's a way of life.
And welcome back to your crazy crew here at Southern Outdoors. We want to thank Gary from Tuskers Magazine for being in with us tonight. We also want to thank Randa Connor of Full Bore Productions. I know she's out there listening tonight. She texted in and said, great show. She said, I am the poster queen. I have ran all over Natchitoches, Shalene, Lake Clarence, Berta, Atlanta, Montgomery, putting up posters. So thank you, Randa. You know, I think she's got that area covered. I'm taking care of Ruston and Monroe. So we really have an amazing Full Bore production team. You know, can't thank Randa enough for everything she does. And she's probably going to text me in a minute and say, quit talking about me on the show. But hey, Randa, love you, girl. So, and Gary, we want to thank you so much for being here. Tell people one more time how to get that Tuskers Magazine edition.
Well, we was honored to be with y'all, and thank you very much for this opportunity. It's www.tuskersmagazinestore.com, or you can send your money to 281 Phoenix Avenue, Tahlequah, Oklahoma 74464. I might have to get a dictionary to look up Tahlequah, how to spell it, but
I'm going to try to spell it right on the Southern Outdoors radio page and get it on there for you. So, but even if I have to take a picture of it, put it on
Take a picture of
there.
that. Put it on.
But anyway,
It's a magazine that's well worth the $25.
yes,
per
definitely,
annual
definitely,
subscription. It's
definitely
well
worth it. So, and like I said, you know, if you have, you know, any stories that you want to put in Tuskers Magazine, or if there's any stories that you want on Southern Outdoors, you know, email Tuskers or email us here at Southern Outdoors at Southern Outdoors Radio at yahoo.com, or check us out on Facebook at Southern Outdoors Radio. And Gary, we are looking so forward to working with y'all at Uncle Earl's 20th annual Uncle Earl's Hog Dog Trials. And remember, call your boss, tell him your dog's sick, you're taking off for it for the 20th annual Uncle Earl's Hog Dog Trials, March 25th through the 29th in Winfield, Louisiana. Bring your best, leave the rest, because I tell you what, it's going to be great. Southern Outdoors will be live there Thursday night from 6 to 7. Kevin Crawford and LA9 takes the stage at 8 Thursday night. Cook-off is Friday night at 6 o'clock, and then Kevin Crawford and LA9 take the stage again Friday night at 8 o'clock. We have the Youth Bay Saturday and the Best of the Best Sunday. If you need more information, you want to be a vendor, spectator, anything, go to fullboreproductions.org. Everything is right there on the website.
If you're out there and you've never been to Uncle Earl's, it is, like we said earlier, the Super Bowl of hog baying. There will be dogs from all over the country, all over the world, in fact, coming there to compete for the best of the best. And that you won't find a bad dog at Uncle Earl's. And if you are allergic to dogs barking, that's not where you want to be.
Bring your earplugs.
Because there will be thousands of dogs there, and they bark once one starts, the whole fairgrounds full of dogs will all start barking.
Seriously, if you are staying the night, seriously bring your earplugs, because you probably won't get much sleep if you don't. And if we have really beautiful weather, which we did last year, and I really hope we do this year, and you got allergies, bring Claritin, because the pollen's gonna be horrible. Bring Claritin, or whatever allergy medicine you take.
If you like hearing hog hunting stories, you can come around and go by the camps. Everybody's camping, and you're sitting around the campfire when the dust settles in the evening, and talking hog hunting and telling hog stories, and visiting with friends that you haven't seen since last year. I mean, it's an amazing time, and I promise you will not leave there without being satisfied with the experience that you had.
Yeah, you'll have, and also go by the Tuskers booth. They're going to actually have a booth there, get you a magazine, hear some of their stories. And also there's all sorts of vendors there. I mean, there's going to be jewelry vendors, dog tack, dog tack vendors, you name it, it's going to be there. And you're going to get your belly full, because I can promise you, There's going to be all sorts of different food vendors there, and there's also going to be people cooking around all our campfire. And like I said, it's a big family heritage and everything right there. in one
There'll be a
spot.
lot of older fellows with a lot of knowledge. Alan Scott from Fort Payne, Alabama with the Bulldogs, Don Matthews. There's just several older guys there that's been through a lot, and they can really, really help the youth. And if you're wanting to get your kids started in something that is family oriented, it's time.
That's exactly right. Uncle Earl's, the youth base is an amazing thing. You get to see them kids go out there and bathe their dogs, and the winner actually win scholarships. So I mean, it's a great thing for the kids. It's just amazing just going out to watch a working dog work, see what it's supposed to do.
And us here at Southern Outdoors want to thank our sponsors. We want to thank Bayou Power Sports. It's Northeast Louisiana's premier dealer located in Monroe. It carries motorcycles, scooters, PWCs, ATVs, side-by-sides, Hondas, Yamaha, Polaris, Sea-Doos, as well as a full service department. It's the official side-by-side of Southern Outdoors. We also want to thank Nomi's Pond and Gun in Jonesboro, Louisiana. They have everything from diamonds to double barrels. We want to thank B&L Marine. If you're looking for a new boat to get you out there on the water, go over there and see them at B&L Marine in Monroe. Also, NELA, Northeast Louisiana Archers Association. You ready to hit the tournament trail and sling some arrows? Go to NELA.org. And Riverside, Coney Island in Monroe. Best crawfish, hands down. If you don't like crawfish, I can promise you there's nothing on that menu that you're going to order that you're not going to like. They have the most amazing food ever. That's Riverside, Coney Island in Monroe. We also want to thank again Gary at Tuskers Magazine. We also want to thank Nichols and Premier Archery and Outdoor Sports in Winfield for donating. And we also want to thank Full Bore Production for donating to the Southern Outdoors prize package for the contest. And we also want to congratulate Kylie Lassion one more time on her Southern Outdoors win for the buck contest. She won it, so we want to say congratulations to her. We'd like to thank all of our fans and listeners out there. We want to thank everybody from Canada to Costa Rica, from California to North Carolina. I'm Brandy Watson. That's Todd Causey. It's not just hunting.
It's a way of life.
And that's a wrap.
Yay! That was fun. Y'all did good.
Well, I told you Randa was going to take some notes and shit. Thanks for the shout out. Love you too. You have an amazing show, and we have a great team.
Cool.
Y'all do. It's really.
Southern Outdoors Show on Z107.5.
Ed's interesting too. You're so good job. Ed.
Oh, he heard it?
Yeah, I guess so. He said good job.
Get my picture with both of them.
Probably takes time.
Oh.
Okay, you're gonna have to go on that side and take a picture of this side. Okay. Here, we can move these mics. Let me squeeze. I'll squeeze in the middle.
Okay, I can't see the 5. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. I can get one more. Maybe a little bit.
I probably look really short on them.
You did. Okay. See what you think.
Pleasure meeting you.
Oh,
Okay,
you
wait.
too, you too.
I'm gonna get a picture too. Picture too. Hold on. Real Huff, great show in all capital letters.
Okay.
You wanna get a picture?
Ready? 1. That's not smiling.
No.
More. Okay.
You want a picture?
No, I'm good. I am
Here's your
good.
magazine. There's one extra foot girl.
Okay.
If you need more.
Okay, I'll just send you her address when I get it because I'll leave it.
Okay. That'll be fine.
And I think everyone's going to show either next Tuesday or the Tuesday after. Okay, we have the camera on. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Baby, you want those or you gonna leave those?
Brandy, there's 2 of the